Hello guys and welcome back to Vintage Story. This is the second episode of our wilderness survival. And before we begin, I would just like to thank you, Game Usurper, for giving me some great feedback and tips. And second of all, I did a bit of reworking on the our little hidey hole, our little house here off camera. I see I missed a bit, but in this episode we'll be looking for hopefully some clay and also some more copper. I think we'll start panning for copper perhaps, which I'll show you a bit later. But for right now I have some meat on the campfire, which we will have a snack before we go out on our adventure. Okay, so there we go. We also really desperately need to find some more food, but we'll check that along the way and see if we can find some more rabbits. Oh, there we go. See if we can sneak up on these guys. There we go. It's one down. We have something to eat for tonight, luckily. See, there we go, and a nice little pelt as well. I also did a bit of inventory management off camera, and I believe one of the tips that Game Usurper told me was that we could use other stones as instead of just flint. But I don't believe we can use claystone. No, it's too soft for tools anyway. But I believe we can use things such as andesite and granite and things like that. So that's a mistake on my part, guys. But thank you a lot for correcting me in the comments. So I do see a boar here, and the reason why I'm not currently attacking it or hunting it rather is because they can attack you back, and currently I'm not in a position where I'm comfortable with fighting this guy, so we'll hang on to that thought and come back to it later. We found a few nice berry bushes here and some field mushrooms. We can eat these and they actually count towards our vegetable. So the nutrition is divided into fruit, vegetable, grain, and protein, and we sort of have to fill all of these bars. And as you can see, I've already gained 3.3 HP for eating a little bit varied, which is great. I'm just grabbing these berries and these mushrooms here. That means we should be able to survive through at least this night as well. Oh, another thing is we have these horsetails. These horsetails can be used for bandages. Even though they're not as good as these, because they're made from linen, we can use our reeds. We get 4 of these horsetails. Yes, I believe 4 of these horsetails and 2 reeds. We create a horsetail poultice from reeds, which only heals us 2 HP, but it's a lot better than nothing. That's for sure. Oh no, that's a wolf. Okay, luckily he's sleeping, I think. Okay, so we'll just go far away from him. What's this? Some resin. Okay, interesting. Let's continue on. Oh, and here guys, we have our first trader and a ton of mushrooms and food. So let's go in and check out what this guy's selling. We can actually buy and sell stuff to this guy. If I can find the entrance, that is. Let's see. Hector, hello Hector. Sorry about the spear. So he is a food supplier, and we can sell tin bronze scythe and a lot of food, or not food, we can sell him some empty skeps. They're not too bad. We can buy bread from him, we can buy fruits, wow, and some lumps of fat. So we need, the currency right now is usually they have some around, but it's gears, and I'll show you once we get some. and we can try out some trading. But for now, we have nothing to sell. We have nothing to buy. We don't really have much to our name, other than a little shed made out of stone. So, alrighty, a few more field mushrooms. So I'm most likely not going to be showing you all of this exploration. I think it's kind of boring just watching me running around and not really doing anything interesting or exploring new technologies, so most likely just going to leave out a larger portion of that. But I don't know, what do you think? And we hear the wolf howling in the background. I think he's awake now. Let's get out of here. Just grab a few more of these. Let's get out of here. Oh, that guy, you look mean, man. Boar. As Boris the boar. That's for sure. Okay, so it's getting dark fairly quickly now. I really should get myself some better markers, to be honest. Oh, there's another wolf. Oh, shoot. Oh no, where's my home? This is not good. Everything just looks the same right now. Oh, I found it. There it is. Oh, but that means there's a wolf very close by. Somewhere around here. Okay, let's get in. Let's get in. Let's get in. Grab a piece of dirt. Block the door up. There we go. Okay, so unfortunately we only got a bit of food for this night, but we'll look back again tomorrow, and hopefully find some clay. So yeah, as I just said, we could use these field mushrooms as a food source, and let's see. Yeah, we should be gaining some vegetable. There we go. We're getting some nutrition and vegetables. And our health point is all the way up to 14. It's perfect. It's looking quite good, except for all the wolves around us. I believe we should perhaps move at some point. I do want to look for some more clay first, though, but I believe it's a very good idea for us to move. Okay, so just before we go to bed, I want to show you something else. I want to make some improvised body armor. We're gonna need a bit more grass here, and we're gonna need some firewood. We want to make the improvised body armor. In case the wolves do attack us, we have a slight bit of defense. We're gonna need 16 firewood logs. I do not have enough here. Let's make a few more. There we go. Like so. Put our knife in there and our 9 grass in the middle. There we go. Now we have some improvised body armor. Just right click and put it on. Let's take a look. Oop, there we go. Looking nice. Looking mighty fine. But I'll meet you guys back up tomorrow, and we will continue exploring for other great resources as well. Alright, so good morning. While you were gone. I did a bit of organizing. I made another reed basket because we are getting so much stuff. I also made this cool tool rack, which is just three sticks on the top and 3 sticks on the bottom, and then you get this nice tool rack, and you can hang up all your tools and things like that. And I hung up the old flint knife because I have this obsidian knife instead. But let's go out and hopefully explore some more. Let's go into this direction, as far away from the wolf as we possibly can. Oh, we have a drifter. I believe this is a surface drifter. Yeah, we have a surface drifter. These guys spawn during the night, you know, sort of the monsters you have to fight, basically. The surface drifters are basically the weakest ones, but being trapped out here at night, it's pretty dangerous. Once we kill him, we sort of just harvest him with the knife, and sometimes they have stuff on them. Usually they have a flax fiber or something like that. It's you can also get lucky and find some of the gears that I mentioned earlier at the trader, which we can use to buy awesome and cool stuff. But for now, let's head on out and try to find some more clay again. Usually I'm not having this much trouble finding clay, but this time around it's being a little tricky. And I do believe it's because it's biome dependent, which means that sometimes you just have to do a lot of exploring, and you have to sort of settle down in an area that's rich of many different resources, which can be rather difficult, especially if you're a new player, but something you learn along the way. And I still haven't fully learned it. I just settle down somewhere randomly and go on from there. What's this guy? Oh, it's just a sleeping boar. Oh shit. And he scared me. Oh, Jesus, I thought that was a wolf sleeping in the bush. Something I wish this game had is sort of an early game sort of waymark. Oh shit, I'm starving. I forgot about breakfast. There we go. So as I was saying, I hope this game gets some sort of early game waymark, sort of these rocks stacked on top of each other. I'm gonna show you a picture on screen right now. What I'm meaning by that, so sort of some indicator as to where you've been or where you're going, which can be easily made in early game. Because later on you can make signs, but we're definitely not there yet. Look at this place. Man, it's gorgeous. All different kinds of rocks we have. Conglomerate, and I believe we have some andesite, perhaps some basalt over there as well. So pretty. I really love this game. It has great aesthetics. Oh, there we go, guys. So we found blue clay in soil. This is exactly what we're looking for. We basically just mine this with our shovel, and we get these little blue clays, which we can use for clay making, which I'll show you once we get back to base. Okay, so I got ourselves about a stack of blue clay. And I'm just gonna gather these mushrooms, and then I'll see you back at the base. Okay guys, I just wanted to show you this. I really like this tree. I think that these 4x4 trees, like, look at this, all the way up. I'm not gonna harvest this tree, I'm just gonna leave it here, because I think it's basically so magnificent. It's a great oak. Right, come here you. Oh no. Oh no, how? My streak. Oh, it's all falling apart now. There we go. We're back in the game. I'll just edit those out. Don't worry about it, guys. Just kind of embarrassing. Oh, and another one. Nope. There we go. How's this guy up as well? My tummy is aching. Once we get inside, I will show you a bit of clay making. Okay, so welcome back inside our little humble home, and now I'm going to show you a little bit about clay making. First of all, let's just put our meat on the fire here. Cook this up because I am starving. There we go. And now I want to show you about clay making. So you basically just shift and right click on the ground, and what we want to do right now, we want to create these storage vessels here. And just like with your nebbing, you basically just right click and fill in these nice slots. If you press F, you can sort of change the size, which we will do in just a second once I've filled this. I personally find this extremely satisfying, just sitting here and making clay, and now we can use our duplicate tool and just recreate the layer down below. It makes this clay making process a lot easier. Now we move on to a new layer. We have to switch back to this one by one, fill it up all around. There we go. So yeah, as I said, I really do like this. I think it's a great way. It's so much more fun than just crafting things in your 3x3 grid. And I know that the developers also want to basically remove the grid completely. Oh, and now I'm starving to death again. Let's eat some red meat before we starve. Continue with our clay making. I think we're out of wood as well, or at least firewood. There we go. Let's make some more. We're gonna need a lot. Perhaps I should go out and get some more for our clay making. Plop this down right here. Nice little stack of firewood, and continue on the clay making once again. But yeah, it's just a lot more fun. It's a lot more interactive, and they said they want to remove this 3x3 crafting grid and sort of do something more original with it, which I think is a great idea. I think a lot of video games are just relying, at least a lot of these games rely on it, and it's one of those aspects that makes this game look a lot more like Minecraft, which I think it's definitely not the same as Minecraft. It's very, very far from Minecraft, and a lot more fun coming into it, in my opinion. Of course, I have played a lot of Minecraft, and I really, really love that game as well, no doubt about it. But it's sort of the survival aspect is sort of far gone at this point. It's a bit too easy, even on difficulties such as hardcore difficulty, and then you need different mods and things like that. So I really do think that this game has merit for being here. And now we'll just wait for the meat to finish cooking. And we can eat a few berries while we wait. Then we basically just, if we look at it right now, we can see that its baking temperature is 600 degrees. And if we take a piece of firewood, we can see that this firewood burns at 700 degrees. So it should be very fine for us to cook our storage vessel. Alright, so now that I have all the cooked meat, I just put this storage vessel in here and fill up with some more firewood. There we go, like so. Now we could either create another one, but I also do want to make a crucible. This is going to be crucial for once we start making our copper tools, which is basically the next step for us. We want to go out and find some more copper, and want to create some copper tools. Whoopsie. There we go. Just a few more pieces now, and now it's ready. Okay. Now we just wait for a storage vessel to finish cooking, and then we have to cook our nice crucible. So there we go. Let's plop down the storage vessel right here. We can see that it actually has a lot better food storage, stored food perish speed. If we look at the compared to the reed basket, we see that here vegetables only perish at 0.43 times speed, and grains at 0.29, and so on. That means our food will last a lot longer in these storage vessels. But for now, we don't really have enough food to be concerned about it perishing as of right now. Oh, and while the fire is still hot, let's plop this guy in here and cook it up as well. And as you can see right now, the crucible is finished as well. I was just working on another of these storage vessels, but I guess we will continue on. I can do this. This is a good pastime during the night if you don't want to just sleep. So, but for now, let's see if we have any more logs. I don't believe we do. Let's start off by go out collecting a log, because I want to show you some panning. This is so far we've only found one copper deposit as of right now, and I want to show you another way that we hopefully can find some more copper. We want to get ourselves a log for this, and here we go. Some logs and some sticks, and we basically just take the knife, I believe. We make it's a club, and we place them like so next to each other, and we make a wooden pan. Okay, and what we can do with this wooden pan here is we can take some of all these lovely claystone sand or some shale sand. Let's mix it up a bit. Take a few of each. Let's place them down right here. Now, or not, perhaps. Okay, we'll just place them here then. They sort of have their a mind of their own. Sometimes this guy just stayed. This is a good guy. We like this guy, so we'll start off with this guy. So what we basically do here is we crouch, right click, and when we're inside water we can just click, right click again, and it will start panning. We'll find different sorts of things. So what we're looking for right now is we're looking for copper nuggets. Sometimes you can also find other cool stuff, such as flint tools or flint parts, or even copper parts as well. It's usually a lot of fun. It's sort of like gold digging in a way. I find it kind of enjoyable. Some people might not, and they might rather enjoy running around looking for the copper instead, which is perfectly fine. And we will have to do that as well. We need to find some more copper deposits. But, this is sort of a nice beginner way to find some more copper. A nice easy early game way. Okay, so there we go. We found our first piece of copper while I was too busy fiddling around with the camera, trying to find some cinematic shots. But we found our first piece of copper, and this copper nugget turns into 5 units of copper, and we need, as you can see, 20 pieces to create a copper ingot. We also need 20 pieces to create the first tools, but luckily for us, the copper bits you find on the ground will also grant you a few of these nuggets. I'll just continue on for a bit, probably fast forward, and I'll see you once I have a few more of these guys. Alright, nice. We now have 6 pieces of copper ingot, or sorry, 6 nuggets, which it's not enough yet, but I do believe we have some here at home as well. Let's see, wherever I just put these. Okay, we have 3 as well. So, not enough to create any tools yet, but we will keep looking. Also, we have to keep our eyes out. Keep our eyes out for more of these copper nuggets on the ground. And if you do find any, please create a timestamp and let me know. It would be very much appreciated. So, what I'm gonna do here, the last part of the episode, I'm gonna leave this for now. I will finish this off off camera. But what I really do want to show you is these molds that we have to make. We have to make a pickaxe mold, and we have to create a hammer mold to begin with. The pickaxe mold is obviously for creating a pickaxe, so we can mine the copper ore underground. The hammer is sort of for extracting the copper out of the ore once we get it. So we get the ore and we have to hammer it to turn it into these little nuggets we already have. Oopsie, and we are almost done. Let's put this in the fire afterwards. And one more bit, just remove you. Now we have this nice little pickaxe mold. Put some firewood on there and let it cook. Okay, so instead of spending my time wisely in doing some housekeep work, I created a little smiley with these rocks. And I do believe that our pickaxe mold is finished. So, in the next episode, I will hopefully be finding enough copper to show you how to work with copper, and we'll have our first metal. But that is it for now, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed this video as well, and please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel as well, and also comment down with any more tips you have or anything. It's great having or getting some feedback from you guys. But I'll see you guys